everyone, my name's Annette, and you might know me on social media as Nettersplays. And today we're all talking about a great two-player game called Targi. Now, I especially wanted to talk to you all about the robber and how the robber interacts with both players in the game. Now, the first way that the robber interacts with both players is as a timer. If both players haven't ended the game by the 16th round, then the robber will actually trigger the end of game. So you can always anticipate and you can always see when the end of game is approaching by just following where the robber is at along the border. It creates a certain kind of tension for both players because you have to get as many points as possible before the robber reaches that last card. Another way that the robber also interacts with both players is obviously by stealing from them. Now, you have to prepare yourself before those times because you have to make sure you have certain goods or else the robber will then take points away from you. You're always building up a certain set of resources, making sure you're doing what you need to do, but at certain points along the game, you have to make sure you have certain goods that are going to be taken from you from the robber. And lastly, the robber also interacts with both players by blocking certain positions where both players cannot take certain actions. Now, the robber is moving along the border, and at certain points, you just can't take those certain actions, so you have to pre-plan and make sure you will not need something where the robber will be next. And these are 3 different ways that the robber interacts with both players throughout the game. And not only is Targi just a great 2-player game between 2 players, but that robber just adds a little extra spice to both players' interactions throughout the game. The robber's interaction in Targi with both players also inspired me to write a little something that I titled Targi and the Robber. The desert heat has been beating on my back for days. My camel has slowly crossed several sand dunes, leading me towards a mirage of hope. The only thing pushing me forward is the family that I've left behind. The progression of each hoof marches to the drumbeat from my tribe. Suddenly, from the corner of my sand-cracked eyes, I see someone in the distance. Ah, yes, my rival. They've been living in this region with us for several years. I need to get more salt and trade it in for more gold. My family needs to survive. But the other Targi in the distance has been competing with me. This game we played to produce and trade our resources has been friendly. But as the time ticks, it's also made us desperate. My family is growing, and I need to provide for them all. I begin to think of ways to maneuver through the desert to acquire my resources faster. I cut him off here and there. Meanwhile, he gets to another location before I do. The thoughts of how to beat him consume me. I lose myself in these strategies. Then all of a sudden, I hear from behind me something unfamiliar. Before I can clear my head, smack! I'm thrown off of my ride, and my vision blurs. Before I can get myself together, a voice says to me, "Stay right there where you are, and give me all of your belongings." I was being robbed. How could this be? This has been the 3rd time this week. "I have nothing," I said. "Don't lie to me. No one travels through the desert for no reason." Okay. All I have are a few dates and some pepper." "No gold?" "No gold. But I do know someone who has some gold." Who? Speak up or else." I knew exactly what to do. It's the other Targi in the distance. I should be upset that I was just robbed, but then I knew that the other Targi was going to also get what was coming to him. Ha ha ha. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that little story, and thank you so much for listening. And as always, you can always find me on social media like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and even on YouTube as Nettersplays. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you all next time.